Hi, guys. It's Tamika Satchel, and I want to talk about the resources that we read about in social media in general and how we can utilize those to make teaching visible. I think for so long we have just considered teaching as a building, like learning in a school, and pretty much what happens in the school is what's happening in the school, and no one was quite sure. I believe that social media has kind of broadened our horizons. It has opened the windows and the doors, and we are essentially living in and teaching in environment that's like a school without walls. We have the opportunity to invite people into our schools and into our classroom via any of the social media outlets, and there are so many. You can, if you want to start small, you can just start with like the classroom ones like Class Dojo or Seesaw. But if you're thinking on a bigger level, we can use Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and even TED Eds to let people know what is happening in our schools. One of the things that I have taken for granted is just like the number of people that are now on social media. With this being an election year, I'm very aware of it. Like, we can tag someone and say, hey, look, this is what's going on in our classroom. Hey, this is a problem with what's going on in our classroom. And that alone is like a first step into making teaching and teachers visible to parents, to our politicians, to superintendents, to principals, to other teachers in your building. And I think that it's a great tool that we just have to learn how to utilize and maneuver to our benefit. I also just think about the ability that it gives us to just connect with other teachers. You know, a lot of times we don't know what's going on in other classrooms because we spend the majority of our days in our classroom. So being able to use social media to show other people what's going on, like, that's really powerful. It's really nice to be able to say, oh, this is how you taught that in your classroom. That's a great tool. And for us to do like a vertical planning. So I'm really excited. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can tell. I'm really excited about the ways that we can utilize social media to make change for us and for all of, not just us in our buildings, but for all teachers. It really just excites me. I know I'm a little geeked. And I just think about how mind-blowing it is for, like, I teach elementary school and I teach kindergarten right now, but for even a fifth grade teacher to be able to see what exactly the foundations are, or for me to be able to see what the fifth graders have to learn and how my teaching impacts where they're going, I think that's a great tool. And so I think that's a great way to use social media. And I think that's what we have to do, to be purposeful and setting aside time. Okay, this is what I want you to see. This is how this law affects me in this classroom. This is how we're teaching that. It's a great tool for parents to see. I'm really excited. I've probably repeated myself, but I'm really excited about that. I do have a Twitter. I have a Twitter and a teacher Instagram where I like to post pictures of things that we have done in our classroom or inspirational quotes and different things like that. My next step is to find a forum where parents have given permission for their children to be seen on that social media site, which is probably specifically towards our, it's not just our school, but it's for teaching. So that's my next step with that. My TED Ed project. So I am torn. A real issue for me is the amount of students that we put in classes and the cutting of assistants. I don't know. I really want to advocate on that because I don't know if people realize, like, assistants. Oh my gosh, I call my assistant she's my other teacher. They make you better, and being able to utilize them as another teacher. I think sometimes people just think they are there to do paperwork. No, they are actually there in the classroom, in the trenches, teaching with us and helping to move kids. So I'm torn between the class size things and the cutting of IAs, because I'm not for that. And school culture and the effects or the impacts, the impact on teachers, on teacher effectiveness. So that's where I am with that. Any suggestions, you can help me out. But I look forward to seeing you all's videos. Give me any feedback. And thank you for viewing mine. Talk to you guys soon.